Day 6, keep track week. Day 6 is rake. A few things to tell you about how the rake works in Lake Elsinore. If there's a chop, small blind versus big blind, nothing gets taken. The blind versus blind chop, no rake. If one person limps and there's only folds besides that and it gets to the small, there could be a 3-person chop, because if the small blind completed and then the big blind checked, that's $9, but 6 gets taken right away, so you're not really playing for much. So they do take $1 out of the small gets one of his $2 back, the big blind gets his $3 back, the limper gets his $3 back. So in hands like that, $1 gets taken. A normal hand, if there's a flop, $6 gets taken as soon as the flop hits. And then in addition to that, if the river card hits, if the hand goes as far as the river, another $1, an additional $1, a $7th gets taken. So there are the options of 0, 1, 6, and 7. There are promos at Lake Elsinore, at least one. There's a bad beat in Stud 8, in Omaha 8, and in No Limit. I don't know exactly which of those dollars is the promo money. I asked Herbs and Rye, he wasn't 100% sure. Even the information on the button, so the button has the rake information, it's not clear which of the dollars is the bad beat dollar. So I'm just counting total money that gets dropped into that slot. And when I do it in Vegas, I'll probably do this count in Bally's, because Bally's is also $7 max. 5 rake, 2 promo, but it's 7 total with a mix of rake and promo, just like here. 7 max, a mix of rake and promo. Just like day 5, keep track week, it's gonna be 50 hands. The 50 hands starting Thursday at about 6 p.m. Leave your guess at the bottom. $7 max per hand. How much gets taken per 50 hands? Herbs and Rye guessed, I think he guessed 305. So I really had no idea, because I don't play a lot in California and I never thought about it. But leave your comment down below. I'm gonna head to the casino now. All right, the count is done. It was the 50 hands starting at 6:10 p.m. One thing I didn't mention is I actually was back and forth on whether rake should be a per X amount of hands or per time, because you might want to think of it as, okay, I'm playing Lake Elsinore, an hour goes by, how much is coming off the table in rake? You might want to think of it as, you know, what's the per hand? Different places, there's different amounts of hands you see per hour. That was one of these keep track weekdays as it was, so I did both. The 50 hands starting at 6:10 p.m. it ended at 7:50, so it was 100 hands exactly, 100 minutes exactly, 50 hands, so we were on pace for seeing 30 hands every hour. So Herbs and Rye guessed 305, another overestimate from him. I just expect him to be dead on in his home turf over here. $257 taken, again, rake plus jackpot money. I don't know how it's I don't know which, the first dollar or the last dollar, which one goes to the jackpot. So $257. If you want to think of it as per hand, that's about $5.14 per hand. If you want to think of it as per hour, that's $154.20 per hour. I understand small sample size for all these, but there's nothing better I could do about that. So I expect that to be a much bigger number than Vegas, because Vegas has a lot of small pots, and Vegas also doesn't have the drop. We see a flop here, $6 gets taken. You see if there's a raise to 20 and a call, and then the blinds, so the pot is $44 in Vegas at a 1-3 game. $4 gets taken for the rake, and probably both promo dollars, but that's what it takes to get $6 taken out of the pot. A raise to 20 and a call. Here, if like 2 guys aren't paying attention, they don't do that 3-way chop type of thing, and it's like one person calls and then the small blind completes and then the big blind checks, 6 of those $9 come out of the pot. So definitely expect the number to be way less in Vegas. The point of this day, I mean, someone was curious and suggested I keep track of the rake last year. That was one of the reasons I did it. Also, it's going to be a much smaller number in Vegas. There's no way around it. And the games are better here. So for the people who like search out low rake games in order to play, it's the opposite. The games with the higher rake are often better, because they attract people who don't care about rake, don't know what it is, don't know how much it is, even if they know it's a thing. So that was gonna be an interesting comparison after I trying to get out of the shadows here, after I count in Vegas, and security's giving me some heat. So that's a wrap on day 6 rake. And remember, rice is a spoon food.